Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Wednesday, November 11th. Ian Cameron with Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham. We'll have Skee Profit momentarily as well. We're ready to break down a 13-game monster NBA card for this Wednesday. Let's get right to it. We'll start with the Washington Wizards and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We've got the Washington Cleveland taking money. Washington opened 4.5-point road favorites, now just 3 across the board, 209 the total. In this game, two teams playing good basketball. These are two pleasant surprises this year, Washington and Cleveland. They're both entering this game playing good ball on win streaks. Washington's won 2 in a row against Memphis and Milwaukee, good teams. Cleveland's won 4 straight against Charlotte, Portland, Toronto, and New York, winning all of those games outright as underdogs. It's been very impressive. They've covered 5 straight. Unfortunately for Cleveland, they suffered a big injury in the win against the Knicks. Colin Sexton out indefinitely with a left knee meniscus tear, so they're going to miss him. But Ricky Rubio stepped in, took his place in that starting 5, and he played great down the stretch for the Knicks. And that guy's been around a while. He's a veteran. I think they can still play well with Rubio taking Sexton's spot going into this game. And I'm riding Cleveland. I don't care about the Sexton injury. We see teams in the NBA step up in the first game without a key player. Give me Cleveland here, +3. I'm riding them as a home underdog. And I like Ricky Rubio props tonight. Over points and assists. Double-double. You could even go in that direction with Rubio. He was very impressive against the Knicks. 37 points, career high with 10 assists. He had a double-double in that game against the Knicks. So I like the Rubio props, and I like Cleveland here as a home underdog. I think they step up first game without Sexton here tonight. We've got, we'll let Skee settle in. We'll go to Dutch first. What do you think here, Washington, Cleveland?
Yeah, real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. And you know, it's West Coast Wednesday, and the NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hit the motherfucking like button real quick, like muchly appreciated. We did hit our goal yesterday, too, so somebody got some $50 pieces. Yeah, man. This game, I don't understand all this Cavs love. I really don't. I mean, I understand that they've been moneymakers, 4-1 and 1 ATS in their last 6. Hey, but Young Bull, Mr. Sexton's solid player, man. I think he's going to be a big piece out. We know, however the fuck you say big white boy's name is out still in the COVID. Now you're starting to look about 30 points total now, missing. I don't really pay too much attention to Kevin Love, but let's not look past the Wizards here, man. I think they're favored for a reason. I'm not locking anything yet officially because there's so much Cavs love. I think you'll get a better number if you wait till tip. But I'm definitely leaning hard to the Wizards here. I think Bradley Beal has been playing very above average basketball. They're 4-1, and now they're 4-1 ATS in their last 5 meetings versus the Cavs. I know they're different teams. Also 3-0 ATS in their last 3. They played these guys the last 3 times, average margin of 18 points of victory. I know we got different teams here, but these motherfuckers it's not even close. The Wizards smashed the Cavs when they meet up in recent memory. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to lay the 4. It's down to 3. I think we might even see a 2 out of there. But I do like the Wizards. I like what we get from Kuzma. I love the double-double machine, Harold off the bench. And Dinwiddie's been struggling actually of late, and they've still been winning. So I'll maybe look for him to have a game. And I think the Cavs are in trouble here after the first game back after a long road trip.
All right, we'll see how this one goes. Big white boy that Dutch is alluding to, by the way, is Lauri Markkanen.
Markkanen. Yeah, I don't want to kill it, bro.
No worries. Skee, what do you like here?
Washington and Cleveland. I didn't get to see that game where Ricky Rubio went off. So, I don't know how he's going to look in this game. I know a lot of people are expecting him to look good just because of that. I see them maybe getting Okoro back, right? I think that's a big piece for them if they do. Yeah. But I don't know. I just think I have a feeling that the books are begging you to take Cleveland in this one. And Washington, I mean, they've won 7 out of 10. They've covered 7 out of 10. They're fairly healthy. They should be getting – or let me see. Let me update here. But I thought they were maybe getting Rui back today.
Nah, I think he might be out still.
Yeah, he's out.
He's still out, I believe.
Yeah,
he's
Bertans still grinding, but he ain't in the lineup.
He coming back though. Back though.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, it's tough to take Wizards minus on the road, but that's the way I'm leaning here.
All right, leaning Wizards. Wham, what do you like here?
Yeah, I like Kuzma props, bro. My guy said it. Like Rui, he's still out. He out, man. Well, let's get it while we can, bro. Because Kuzma's props might be gone when Rui come back. So I like Kuzma over threes, 1.5 threes. I like the rebounds as well. They're starting to get a little adjusted. I'm gonna stay away from that for this one. I agree with what Dutch is saying. This is possibly a wizard spot, but the Cavs early, man, they just been cashing early, man. 9-1 over the last 10 games in the first half. They haven't lost yet in the first half at the house, 0-3, 3-0, I think, so far. So I'll probably think Cavs early, maybe full game Wizards, but for sure Kuzma props, Kuzma over 1.5 threes. That's official play for me.
All right, Brooklyn, Orlando. We got Brooklyn 10-point road favorites, 210.5 the total in this game. I'll keep it short here. Brooklyn's off a loss. I'm interested. Orlando off a win. I'm interested betting against them, that is. They've had 3 wins this year off the 2 previous wins. They beat New York 110-104. They got blown out by Miami next game. They beat Minnesota. They got blown out by the Celtics in their next game. So I don't trust Orlando to keep it going off a win. I like Brooklyn off a loss. I'm probably going to look toward a split here. Brooklyn -5.5 first half and -10 full game. I think I like the first half a little bit better. So there you go there. Skee, what do you like here? Nets Magic.
I can't take the Nets here because it's their third game in 4 nights. They're on a road trip. I don't like that spot for the Nets. And you got to win by double digits. I know the Magic are bottom tier, but at least they're rested and they've been playing some sort of defense lately. And on the season, they're still a top 10 3-point defense. So I would grab the points. It would be tough, but hold your nose type of game.
All right, liking the other side here. Orlando is a home dog. Dutch, what about you? Brooklyn, Orlando.
Yeah, shout out to my guy, Mr. Rodriguez. I see you in the chat. Hit the motherfucking like button. Hey, well said, my guy. Hit it like I'm hitting this motherfucking Planet Dosey-Dose. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Hey, well, it's the big show. Let's make your first appearance with a clear backwood, my guy. Yeah, man. Easy backwood. No, thank you, sir.
Wham, how about you? Brooklyn, Orlando.
Yeah, I think I'll lean towards the Orlando side, but we can fire out that backwood. That's a little bit better. Let's fire out that backwood again.
Yeah, man.
I remember we got to have the brisk pace this time, like Jimmy says in Low Shack, brisk pace.
Yeah, brisk pace.
Yeah, that's why we backwooding that bitch. You should have did the same thing.
Exactly. We got to play like Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors type of pace here on the NBA Pub Hub today with, again, the
hold your breath and shit.
Coming up at the top of the hour, college hoops with Connor Mack and Maxwell Smart. Toronto and Boston. We've got Boston 3-point home favorites, 205, 206 the total in this one. I like Toronto personally, +3. I don't trust Boston. I just don't. They've been so erratic. They haven't won at home this year. They haven't covered at home this year. And the Raptors are the opposite. They're perfect 4-0 straight up in ATS on the road this year, this Toronto Raptors team. I can't make any sense of Boston. None whatsoever. Now, I know it was a gut-wrenching loss to Dallas. It was another Luka the Don dagger at the buzzer to kill the Boston Celtics in a game. I mean, that obviously stings. But they just follow up their best game of the year, bar none, against a great Miami team, and they fall flat and the defense falls off against Dallas. And to make matters worse, there's no Jaylen Brown tonight for the Celtics. Right hamstring strain. He's going to be missing in action for at least a couple of weeks. So that's trouble for the Raptors, who now have Pascal Siakam back, who have lost 2 in a row to Cleveland and Brooklyn. But a good spot, I think, to bounce back. And the Raptors haven't dropped 3 in a row yet this year. The last time they lost 2 straight, Dallas and Chicago, they bounced back and won the next game. I just don't trust Boston right now, especially as favorites at home where they're winless this year. Raptors for me, +3. Skee, how about you? Raptors, Celtics.
Yeah, no need to really repeat everything you said. It seems too easy, right? And you're getting Pascal Siakam back. I mean, I just think maybe it'll mess up their rhythm a little bit. I know they've been playing well, but you got to integrate a player who's going to have a high usage. It could mess up a little bit how things have been going. And Boston, one thing to have going for them is probably close to the most rest they're going to get all year. They're off 3 days rest. And I know they don't have Jaylen Brown, but 10-5 without Jaylen Brown last season, 36-19 without him all time. They're still capable. So it's a tough game. I guess I'll lean Boston. And if I had to play the total, it'll be under because both bottom 5 in pace and bottom 10 3-point percentage.
Yeah, I agree. And the total's gone down. I agree with that. Probably will be lower scoring in this one. Dutch, Toronto, and Boston.
Yeah, no Jalen, no bueno, man. Come the fuck on. That's the best player on the court on both teams. And that motherfucker is MIA. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Best player. Jason Tatum clearly ain't on Jalen Brown's level right now. Something's wrong mentally with that motherfucker. He's too soft. I don't know. And he might get 30 tonight. But either way, Toronto going to bust that ass. Give me the +3 all day. I mean, I pretty much second everything Ian said. Now, the Raptors are 5-0 ATS in their last 5 as a road dog. They just play well in this spot. Celtics 0-5 ATS at the house this season. 0-4 ATS in their last 4 at home. 2-8 ATS in their last 10 at home. These motherfuckers don't protect the house, and now they're missing their big dog, Jalen. Get the fuck out of here. Boston, clear fade here. Raptors all day. Sprinkle that money line. Shout out to E40. Sprinkle me, man. But, give me the 3, and I'm chilling back. Cooling. Good money.
I agree with the Scotty Barnes. You can get 6.5 over rebounds with Scotty Barnes at 6.5 minus a price, or you can get 7.5 at a plus price. And I'm sprinkling on Scotty Barnes double +600 tonight. He had one against Boston when they played the
like
Celtics.
25 and something, right?
25 and 13 in the previous meeting this year for Scotty Barnes against the Boston Celtics. 25 points, 13 rebounds. Double for Scotty is +600. Got to sprinkle a few bucks on that one, in my opinion.
I kind of like Gary Trent too in the prop market, but there's a lot of sides I like today, so I'm kind of leaning off the props, staying off the props. But yeah, this could be a prop game as well.
All right, Wham, Toronto, Boston.
Yeah, if I was doing any betting on this game, because it's clearly a backwood for me, it would be the Dennis Schroeder over 5.5 assists. Him starting in the lineup, I think he's going to go over this, get 7 to 8 assists here in this game. So especially without Jaylen Brown, I think he's going to have a lot of the ball here. So that's what I would look. Dennis Schroeder over 5.5 assists. Shout out to my guy, Real Simple.
All right, great stuff. On we go. Milwaukee, New York. We've got the New York Knicks 4-point favorites, 216 the total in this game. Money coming in here on the Knicks. Nobody buying Milwaukee back on track last night with that emphatic win against basically a bunch of nobodies for the Philadelphia. I shouldn't say a bunch of nobodies, but obviously the Sixers were banged up to shit last night against the Bucks, missing so many key players, and the Bucks still life or death most of that game just to win. And I'll take it. Wasn't pretty, but best bet cashes for me with the Bucks -6 last night against Philly. They get it done by 9. We'll see how Milwaukee fares here. Second night of back-to-back games for the Bucks. So a little bit of a tricky spot. I think that's what people see. And they're 0-4, by the way, last 4 against the spread on the second night of a back-to-back. So this hasn't been a great spot for the Bucks so far this year. You got New York off a win against the same banged-up Sixers that Milwaukee just beat. New York beat them the night before, 103 to 96. Now they're laying 4. The money's come in. Don't have a strong feel. I do on the side, I should say. I don't have a strong take, but I do lean to the over a little bit here in this game. It's just got that feel where we could see both teams here, exchange some points. We've seen the Knicks actually be a little bit of a sneaky over team so far this year, and we might see that total go over. So a small bet for me on the over with the Bucks and the Knicks. Skee, what do you like in this game?
Yeah, I'm looking at the status for Mitchell Robinson and Noel. If one or either one of those guys are out, I'll be with you, Ian, and playing the over because they just won't have enough rim protection against this Bucks team. Giannis is probably going to have his way. So I'm going to be looking for those injuries for that. Outside of that, for the side, I really don't want to play the Bucks. It's their third game in 4 nights. They're on a roll back-to-back. And that's a situation that's really tough to play in the NBA. So it'll be Knicks or pass for me from a side perspective, and I like the over.
All right, Knicks or pass and like the over, especially if the players, the injury report comes out the way Skee's looking at for in that game. Dutch, what do you like here, Bucks, Knicks?
Yeah, I see you, Mixed Christ. I feel it. Nathan Cerner, I see you, my guy. Moses, yeah, man. Grayson Allen, I bust his ass a little bit, that fucking dookie. But yeah, he be balling. I can't lie. He's been a solid pickup for Milwaukee. I know Ian likes that motherfucker. No. Hey, but the Bucks are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 back-to-backs. That stood out to me in this game. I locked in the Knicks at -3. I endorsed it at -4. I like the Knicks here a lot. I was looking at this game last night. It hit FanDuel at -2. But it didn't hit out here until 3, on the books in Vegas on 3. So I did lock it in at 3. Now they're the Bucks, we mentioned they played all right last night against the JV squad, barely covered outright and barely covered that first half. Good thing for our guy, Philly the Kid dropping that 150. But yeah, 2-5 ATS in their last 7. I mean, we know they've been in and out. They still got guys out. Don't be surprised if Holiday doesn't play tonight. I believe Giannis will play. Don't be surprised though if somebody doesn't, if there's a late scratch. Now these two teams did play November 5th. Knicks were in a good spot there, beat them by 15. But I looked into it a little more. They shot 25% from 3. 10% under their average. Only 16 assists, 13 turnovers. They allowed 39 points to this Milwaukee's bench, which if you watch these guys is a fucking lot to that bench. Now the reason why they ended up winning that game is because they were plus 22 in the rebounds. Giannis, with 45 points from their bench. So I look for that to continue at home tonight. Them to out-rebound Milwaukee, get a bigger production from their bench. And I don't expect fucking 40 points from Milwaukee's bench. I'll be honest with you there. So I look for New York to handle business at home. Knickerbockers early and often, but I'm taking full game because I expect them legs to get tired on a back-to-back as well from Milwaukee. All signs point to New York here winning by double digits. So -3, -4, it's good money.
All right, liking the Knicks, Dutch, in this one. Wham, Bucks, Knicks.
Yeah, I like Grayson Allen over 3-point makes for sure here. He's hit it every game so far, man. It's been a little sleeper bet right there. Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes. Hit 5 threes last game, 3 threes the game before in Wizards at the Wizards. And then against this Knicks team, he hit 6 threes against them last time. So I think over 2.5 might be a little sleeper here for Grayson Allen. But as far as this Bucks team, they haven't really had any offensive firepower besides him and the Freak. They're 25th in true shooting over the last 5 games, 28th rated offense so far over the last 5 games for the Bucks. They've been terrible at rebounding, even though they out-rebounded the Philly Embiid-less team about 52-46. This team that they're played that same Philly team, out-rebound them by 55-47. Slightly a little bit more edge there for the Knicks. I think they're going to out-rebound this Bucks team here, and I think they are probably the play. But Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes. That's the play I just made just before I hopped on this show. So I'm on that. I'm on that already.
Okay.
All right, good stuff. Next up, we've got the game of the night in the NBA. Of course, I'm being facetious. Of course it ain't. It's Detroit and Houston. Both teams stuck on 1 win this year so far. We've got Houston 3-point home favorites in this game right now total. In this one sitting at around 210. And believe it or not, I'm demented enough to bet this game, and I have done that, believe it or not. I've got Detroit here. It's just 2 bad teams. Give me the points. The Pistons at least battled Brooklyn pretty well in their last game, and what seals the deal for me, taking the points with Detroit here. Houston's off a long road trip, first home game after that trip, 5 games out west, 2 against the Lakers, the Suns, the Nuggets, the Warriors. And now they're returning home for that first game. It's not a great spot at all for Houston. I think this is an opportunity for Detroit here in this one, and they're getting 3 in this game. I like the prospects of that. I'm going to go with the Pistons here in this one, +3 to get the job done against Houston. Skee, what do you like, if anything, here? Ugly game, Pistons, Rockets.
Hey, my boy Ian, he used to do a segment called I think it was like the Degenerate. What was it? Degenerate Special, Degenerate Game of the Night. Ian can't let it go. Usually I try to get something for every game, but I know y'all been waiting for me to give you one. Yeah, I know. Give me a backwood, pass it around.
There it is. No, everybody else is backwood but me. I'm the only one with the fucking balls.
If you have to bet this game, bet the rookie props. Either way, I think that both rookies will back out, but fuck this game. You already know it's clear backwood.
Yeah. Hell no, this ain't no backwood, bro. Talk that shit, Babanos. Let them know. There's money to be made. It's money to be made, and it's with the Detroit Pistons tonight, fellas. I took it at +40 on Jimmy's show today. I'm taking that +130 on this show right now, bro. I'm telling you, Detroit Pistons, they're going to play better. Cade Cunningham has something to play for, playing against the number 2 pick. And we forgot to mention that Jalen Green was talking all that shit about Detroit in the offseason. We get the chance to get your ass. All right, cool. We're going to come out there to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come out there to whoop your ass. So that's how it's going to look. I like that look right there. Detroit Pistons, bro. Money line. Let's go.
Yeah, for that reason, Green over points, Cunningham over points, 2 guys that are going to want to showcase themselves tonight, the number 1 overall pick versus the number 2 overall pick head-to-head in this game. So if I want to suggest props, I could easily say Cade Cunningham over points and Jalen Green over points, because you would think both of them want to put on a little bit of a spectacle tonight in this battle of top 2 draft picks in this past year's NBA draft. Charlotte and Memphis. Memphis 4.5-point home favorites, 229 the total in this game. I certainly like the over. It's already gone up. I've been riding these Charlotte overs. We're back to the Charlotte of last year. Skee and I knew and loved this Charlotte team so much last year for these overs in their games, pushing pace, playing good offense, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges. I mean, LaMelo had a great game the other night against the Hornets. So did Bridges, and they just can't get a stop against the Lakers when it counts, and that's why they lose. But they're good for overs. They score. They're not playing much defense right now. I think that carries over into this game. So I like the over. I lean to Charlotte because, look, the problem with Charlotte, you look at their recent schedule. They just cannot close. They cannot close the door. They cannot finish a game. You look at the Clippers game, had a lead, fourth quarter, they end up losing by 14. Lakers, back and forth it goes. They actually force overtime with a late rally in the fourth, but cannot close. They just fall short, losing by 3 in overtime. But if they fall short here, they might cover the number, this Charlotte team. And we'll see. But the one thing that concerns me is they're on a slide here, 5 straight up in ATS that they've lost. But I'd still lean to Charlotte here, plus 4.5 in this game, and definitely like the over as well. Skee, what do you think here? Hornets, Grizzlies.
Yeah, I like this game. I'm gonna try to maybe summarize a little bit because I know we got 13 games today. It's crazy. It's madness. So I agree with you on the over. I don't think you're getting a discount, but it's the only way I could play it in a Charlotte game. I don't think Memphis will mind any pace. As far as the side, you mentioned it. I mean, Charlotte, they've lost 5 in a row. It's their last game of a 5-game road trip. They just want to go home, man. Can I get to my own bed? Can I get to my family? Can I get home? Please. That's how they're thinking. It's 3rd game in 4 nights. Other things that's wrong with them, they start off slow. As I mentioned in the last time when we talked, Lakers first half versus the Hornets. They're the worst first half team, 2-8-2 against the spread, minus 7.9 first half margin. Reasons that they're starting off slow, LaMelo just making stupid fouls. So I like Memphis early for that reason, first of all. And Memphis is also 4-1 first half against the spread. And you kind of mentioned it. They need a closer. Maybe Hayward needs to save some of that energy for the fourth quarter, or I don't know, something. And Plumlee, he's been fouling too much. I think he fouls out like every damn game lately. And if he can't stay on the court, they don't have no rim protection. Even with them, they barely do. And Memphis, they're top 3 points in the paint. Memphis, they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They've just been sitting at home. They won their last 4 meetings versus Charlotte. And I think the 2 last season that I remember, they won by double digits, like 15, 16 points. I think this one is – I think Charlotte is about to get killed in this game. I think it's early and often.
I like LaMelo Ball over point. I like 2 props in this game. LaMelo for Charlotte over 19.5. He's gotten into the 20s in 3 straight. I wouldn't argue with – I'm sure Wham's going to like Miles Bridges again. I wouldn't argue with that. But I like LaMelo Ball even more from a Charlotte standpoint in this game, over 19.5 points. And I like Ja for the Grizzlies over 24.5. He had a big game rallying the Grizzlies, much to my chagrin, the other night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And again, a team playing not much defense, Charlotte. So 24.5 seemed a little bit low with John Morant for points tonight. So that's another prop I like. Dutch, what do you like in this game?
Yeah, man. I mean, ain't nothing left on the bone. You and Skee done chewed the motherfucker up. So, yeah, I mean, I was looking at John Morant over 24.5. I like the over here. I think you have to look at Grizzlies this way. Yeah, pretty much what y'all motherfuckers say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lucky Power. I see you, my guy, Alfonso. Everything y'all said is a beautiful thing, I believe. So, yeah, next.
Yeah, I'm not on Miles Bridges. I'm just say I'm on Desmond Bane over 13.5 points. I did take Memphis as well, minus 4.5 to a lot of the shit that they said exactly. And then that's pretty much it. I'll just keep it like that.
Yeah, we got over 200 viewers. Let's hit that motherfucking like button. Shout out to John Lee. I see you, my guy.
I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Too.
Oklahoma City and New Orleans here. We've got another beauty here on the card with this game here, 3-6 versus 1-10. We've got New Orleans 5-point home favorites in this game, 209.5 the total right now. I mean, for the New Orleans Pelicans, it's just been absolutely a disaster. 1-10, a dreadful run for them. They've lost 7 in a row going into this game. They're off a 4-game road trip. Dallas, Golden State, Sacramento, Phoenix. On the flip side, we've got OKC. They've actually won. The OKC, I'm impressed the last few games. They've covered 3 straight. They're 5-1 against the spread their last 6 games. They nearly beat the Clippers. They let it slip away from them late. They beat the Lakers. They beat San Antonio in their last game. What's with the love to New Orleans here? This is another ugly game that I am absolutely looking at here. I like the Thunder. Thunder up, +5. What are we doing laying 5 with the Pelicans? Not with my money. I like OKC here, +5. They're perking up, playing a little bit better. They're competitive. And they can be competitive against the Lakers and Clippers and beat the Spurs, and we can't trust them to be competitive here against the Pelicans, a 1-win team. Yeah, I like OKC. I like it enough to bet it. Skee, what do you think here? OKC, New Orleans.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think it's a flat spot for New Orleans for one, coming back home off a long road trip. I think OKC is playing good ball. They've won 2 games in a row, and they've had a tough schedule to start this year. They're not playing bum teams. They lose it, but they're playing good teams. So I would have to go with OKC plus the points here. There's no way in hell I'm laying anything with the Pelicans, who are 1-10.
Yeah, it's 1-10, and they're laying 5. I think people are slow to realize the Thunder have played a little bit better basketball the last 3 or 4 games. Dutch, what do you like here?
Yeah, Vitalis, I think Scott Foster, after he's talking about this game, is the ref for this game. But yeah, well, it's the big show. Yeah, man, clear motherfucking backwood, bro. I'm not betting this game for Nathan. Nada. Look at Skee trying to fade his favorite team, the Pelicans. Come on, bro.
Yeah. He does seem to favor the home team, Scott Foster. I will say that. So that does concern me a little. They're going to need Scott Foster to make a million calls to cover this number with the way the Pelicans are playing right now. I'm still okay trusting OKC, even with that freaking mobster, as you like to say, the freaking sideshow clown that is Scott Foster. 1 million replays, 1 million whistles. You're going to see it all, like with every game he officiates. What do you like here, Wham?
Yeah, I would. I think the line is telling us that Ingram is playing. He's questionable right now, so I think the line is telling us that. That's probably what that is. But I'm gonna stay away from this. It's a backwood. Throw that shit up there, Big Show. You already know.
Yeah, man. Clear
backwood. This is a backwood, bro. This is a backwood.
Hard pass.
Maybe I don't know what I'm getting myself into because I have bets on the 2 worst games of the night: Detroit, Houston, and.
Now, I'm on there with you
like
with
a
Detroit,
motherfucker
bro.
tonight.
I'm with you with Detroit.
Yeah, but
with Detroit,
joined me on that, and Skee joined me on this, or might join me on this one. He kind of likes OKC as well. Dallas and Chicago. Chicago 3.5-point home favorites, 215 the total in this one. The Bulls just took it to the Brooklyn Nets a couple of nights ago. Great second half performance, pulling away for the 118-95 win, snapping a 2-game losing streak, both of them to the Sixers. We'll see if they can keep it up here against Dallas, who have won 3 in a row, beating the Spurs, the Celtics, the Pelicans. Now traveling on the road, we'll see how they fare here in this game. They've only been on the road 3 times this year, or actually 4 times this year. Mixed results, blown out by Atlanta, beat Toronto, blown out by Denver, and then they beat San Antonio in their last game. With the Bulls, after the 2 games that they lost and playing a very solid second half, they're still without Patrick Williams, of course. But I was impressed with the way they've played. I don't know if I trust Dallas on the road. Dallas against some of the better teams on their schedule, like the Atlanta game, the Denver game, stand out. They went on the road. They got walloped in both of those games. So I gotta lean to Chicago here. Don't know if I'll bet it, but I definitely lean to the home favorite here. Chicago -3.5 in this one. Skee, any opinion here? Mavericks and Bulls.
Yeah, my numbers as far as last 5 game stats say they favor the Bulls. They say the Bulls are the right side in this game, but I just don't know if I want to lay -3.5 with them. So I'll pass it on the Dutch.
Pass that Dutch. Yeah, there you go.
Like, yeah, man. Well, this ain't no motherfucking backwood. I'm gonna hit this motherfucker and hit it real hard. Yeah, man. This is a fade of the Mavs, really. And you know what? Chicago impressed me the other time out against Brooklyn, but all year I haven't liked what I've seen from Dallas. Ain't nothing's changed. Luka's hit, like Wham would say, a lucky shot. But Luka the Don gonna be Luka the motherfucking Don. He gonna be him, do him, and I expect him to load up the stat sheet. But DeRozan, and not to mention Lonzo's gonna be one hell of a cover too on him tonight. So Luka might have a little issues, maybe turn the ball over a little bit, but I still expect him to bust Lonzo's ass at the end of the day. But DeRozan, Levine, And Vujicic, Big Vooch, I expect him to have a big game. Kind of MIA, and I actually know the books are expecting it as well. It's like 16 and a half. Motherfuckers only averaging like 13, 14 points a game, so they already know 16 and a half points. I was hoping it'd be like, I think he's averaging 13. I was hoping it'd be 14 and a half. I was going to jump on. It's a little high for me. But I bet you he gonna hit that tonight, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the window with it, but you tell me who on that team's gonna stop him. Just be aggressive and stop shooting them fucking 3-pointers. Get inside. He's got a post game. He's decent. We've seen that in Orlando, so I'd like to see a little bit of that, a little more in Chicago. But like I mentioned, LaVine, DeRozan's been playing fucking all-star level. We know LaVine at any time can drop 40. This to me is just a better team. And the Mavs, like I mentioned, they're not a team I want to back. They're 0-5 ATS in their last 5 as a dog, 0-5 in their last 5 after a win. So they don't play good in this spot. 0-3, 0-3-1 in their last 4 meetings, and 1-3 ATS on the road. Now the Bulls are 4-2 ATS at home, 7-3 ATS on the season. So they've been a moneymaker. Take advantage of the spot. I know it's not just asking them to win, Skee at 3.5. But I believe they will win this game by 6 to 8 points. Let's get this fucking money easy out there in Chi-Town. Bulls. We on our bullshit. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
Appreciate you. Kevin DeFreitas.
Okay.
Dono, $6.99. We appreciate it. Yeah, this looks like a Nikola Vucevic. I like, teeing off on that Dallas front court. And this looks like the kind of spot for Vucevic to do that for the Bulls tonight. So the over 32.5 points, assists, and rebounds. PRA. I think I like that. I'll probably bet that prop. I like it.
Yeah, I
think
expect
he
him
does
to do
some
the same
damage tonight. I agree. Wham, what about you here? Dallas, Chicago.
Yeah, you already know I was looking at the Valanciunas, my guy, but here I'm talking the early spot for the Bulls, man. 4-2 at the house in the first quarter, while this team in the Mavericks, they're 0-4 on the road in the first quarter. I think we got to take advantage of that early here. I think the Bulls could come out here and get it done early. Other than that, I really don't have any strong opinions on the side full game because, like you said, lucky shot Luka could pull it off tonight. I could see that bullshit happening. I'm going to leave it alone, though, bro. It's a backwood if I'm not taking it early.
All right, there we go. All right, next up, Sacramento and San Antonio. Spurs pick 'em here at home. We've got some money coming in on Sacramento, Sacktown in this game. Total up from 221.5 to 223 across the board. This is going to be a situation where if you're San Antonio, you've actually had some struggles in recent meetings with Sacramento. The long-term history, go back the last 3 years, Sacramento is actually 7-3 ATS head-to-head against San Antonio coming into this game. So keep in mind, as far as the injury situation goes, there are some key ones here for the Kings, namely Tyrese Halliburton, who is going to be a game-time decision with a back injury. So we'll see if he sits out again. He did not play Monday night in the game against the Phoenix Suns. So we'll see if they get him back. And, of course, they lost that game 109-104 to the Suns, back-to-back losses for Sacramento. Dallas coming off a loss to the Thunder on the road, 99-94. Now returning home, looking to see if they can bounce back from that loss. This is a game that I don't have a strong opinion on. It's a pick 'em. I think you could make a case. It feels like a coin flip game, and I think it probably will be one of those games down to the wire. I'd probably lean Sacramento if I know Halliburton plays, but I don't, so I'm going to leave this one alone. What do you think here, Skee? Sacramento, San Antonio?
I'm looking for first half total numbers here.
First half total, by the way, for this game, 113.5 for those ones.
Okay, so it's gone up then. I think it was around 112. I agree with it going up. I probably would look towards that. Both teams top 10 in pace the last 5 games. And the lack of Jakob Poeltl, like Spurs don't really have a solid big man, And Rashawn Holmes, I could see him putting in some work. I could see Fox going to the basket tonight a lot. And I just see a high-scoring game. Spurs 4-0 to the over at the house. Kings really an under team, but on the road they trend towards the over. So I think the pace can get us there for at least the first half.
Yeah, I was shocked what they got from the guy that's taken the spot now in that front court at the center spot for the Spurs, Drew Eubanks. He looks like a chicken head me version of a starting center in the NBA. I mean, it's just, you look at him, he's like, this guy's a starting center in the NBA, but I'll give him credit. He actually played well in that game. Had a double-double against OKC, 14 points, 11 rebounds. So that was the guy filling in, Drew Eubanks. Let's see if he can perform that well again here tonight. Dutch, what about you? King Spurs.
Yo, shout out to Jose. I see you, my guy, in the chat. Yeah, man. Jared TG. I see you. New name in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Hit the motherfucking like button and share the video if you would, my man. Yeah. All right, this game, man. There's a lot of games on this. I wanted to back with it, but the more and more I look at it, I want to bet Sacramento. I know my guy Moses. It says Sacramento proud. Yeah, man. I'm thinking that way. I know they're the better team, especially without the big boy out for Sacramento or for San Antonio. Touched on how small they are down low. I definitely like the over as well. But, man, Harrison Barnes been playing real good basketball, best basketball of his career. I'm not too mad about Halliburton being or out, but, I mean, Buddy Hield off the bench. They got Davis as well to give him some minutes if he's back in there. But De'Aaron Fox, I'm a big fan. Holmes inside should be able to rebound, get his numbers. I don't know. This is a pick 'em. I might have to be on the Kings here. Nothing official yet, but I think I like the Kings here at a pick 'em.
Yeah, I lean Kings. Like I say, a Halliburton.
Of course, you like the Kings.
Yeah, right. Hey, I need to break out the set. San Antonio ain't been playing good ball, bro. They lost 3 out of 4. Kings have lost 2 in a row, but they hit the road. The boys might play some good ball on the road. But yeah, this cost me a little bit lately, liking the Kings. But hey,
4-1 ATS on the road. They've covered 4 or 5 on the road this year.
Yeah, they just dropped the ball at the house a little bit the last couple games. But I think they'll get on the road and get back to covering, getting that bread back in my pocket.
Yeah, I lean Kings. I'll bet it if Halliburton's in. That's where I stand. Wham, what do you like here?
Yeah, the Halliburton situation is the reason why I stay off this game. But I would like that over, though. I understand where Skee's going there with that first half over. I think that may be a good look there, but it's backwood for me, man. Backwood.
All right, good stuff. Next up, Portland, Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, 5-point home favorites, 224 the total in this game. I agree with the over. We know Portland's not exactly a team we trust defensively. And we've seen that, obviously, the Clipper loss last night, 117-109. That game goes over the total, 226 in points. This total's 224 right now. Now it's gone up. You would be surprised. I shouldn't say you should be surprised, but I don't know. Phoenix seems to be playing quicker this year than at the times they did last year. And they're certainly in a good groove offensively in their 5-game winning streak. They've scored no fewer than 112 or 109 points, rather, in 4 of those 5 wins. They've definitely been shooting the ball extremely well, playing a little bit faster. They should be able to get their points here against this weak and inconsistent Portland defense. Billups is still trying to get them to play that strong and good defense night in and night out. I don't know if this team's capable of doing that. Overs cashed in 5 of the last 7. I lean Phoenix here a little bit, -5, but I'll probably just stick to the over. I agree with the total going up in this game. Skee, what do you like here? Blazers and Suns.
Well, Phoenix has been winning. I think they've won 5 in a row, and I think they've covered maybe 4 of them. I want to say they've been covering some
4
of these
4-1
games
last
too.
5.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I think about them, and I say I don't want to take them without Aiden, but they've been playing good, and it's kind of a revenge game, a game that they'll remember after they lost by 30 points to them earlier this season. So I look at Portland. They've been unplayable on the road. The last game they just played last night was the first time they didn't lose by more than 10 on the road. They're 0-5 ATS, and it's their 4th game in 6 nights. So 4th game in 6 nights and road to road back-to-back. It'd be Phoenix the only way I could play this game.
I think you talked me into Phoenix. I already bet the over in this game, but I think you talked me into Phoenix because I forgot about that game, and I remember it now. It was a tough spot for Phoenix. It was back-to-back for them. When they went to Portland, but they just got crushed.
It was after they punked. It was after they had that big game against the Lakers and made Wham and Skee a little sad, Yeah. When it was a revenge spot the other motherfucking way.
You just know to stick that knife in and twist it a little bit.
I remember that shit.
134-105 was the victory for Portland against Phoenix. So, yeah, I think that seals the deal. I'm going to probably jump in on Phoenix -5 as well in this spot. Dutch, what about you? Portland, Phoenix.
Yeah, man, I'm fading the Blazers here. Plus everything y'all said, plus the coming out that back-to-back, every one of the starters played 30+ minutes, 35+ almost. I wrote it down, so I'm just gonna give you all these numbers. You know what I'm saying? 4-0 ATS last 4 is a favorite. The Suns are. The 3-0 ATS last 3 at the house. And the Blazers been on auto fade on the road. Skee touched on 0-5 ATS in their last 7 on the road, actually. 1-5 ATS in their last 6 overall. 3-6 ATS in their last 9 versus the Suns. So, man, I mean, we talked about the 29-point loss there on October 23rd. This is a get right spot. I don't want to say get right, but it's more of a get back. Like knock them while they down. They're gonna bust the motherfucking Blazers ass tonight. With DeAndre, without DeAndre, it don't matter. I think Shaman's questionable as well. But I expect Booker to bust that ass, Bridges to do his thing, and of course CP3 to run the ship. This should be a clear, easy win for Phoenix at the house.
All right, liking Phoenix -5 as well. Wham, what about you?
Yeah, I like the Phoenix spot here as well. That's one of the leans that I had coming into today. I didn't want to make this bet yet because I wanted to speak it over all the shows I was doing. And this was one I still haven't made the bet yet. So I think this might be a consistent play for us. Usually when we have these consistent plays, we do pretty well. A lot of the things that you guys said, I like. As far as Aiden being out, our guy Billy Brands, he's talking about Big Frank the Tank. He's been doing it, bro. So I got to give him credit as well. So I think this might be a consistent play. I'm going to just pass it there.
All right. Next up, we've got Indiana, Denver. Pacers and Nuggets. Pacers 3-point road favorites in the Mile High City, 204.5 the total. And this opened 213.5. So this is a huge move on the total in this game. And it's obviously injury related. We've got obviously Malcolm Brogdon on the Pacers side, but he is expected to play tonight for the Pacers. The concerning injuries are on the Denver side, and absences, I should say, on the Denver side. Of course, Marcus Morris Monte Morris, I should say, is a game time decision, although it looks like he's upgraded to probable with a knee injury. Jokic suspended a game for his shove in the back on Markieff Morris of the Miami Heat in their last game, so he is out tonight for the Denver Nuggets in this game. So obviously there's a reaction to that, and that's a big reason why. I mean, you have no Jamal Murray still, and now Jokic, those are the top 2 players on the team. They're both out tonight for Denver. That's why Indiana's favored on the road. But are we ready to trust Indiana as favorites on the road? They have covered 4 in a row and won 3 of those games against the Spurs, the Knicks, and the Kings. They lost to Portland as well during that span, but they are starting to play better basketball. But don't sell Denver short. It seems like whenever they have a couple guys out, they sometimes rally the troops like they did against Miami. Very impressive win, 113-96 in that game. So I don't know if I'm comfortable laying 3 with Indiana. I guess I'd lean that way, but not enough to bet it. What I will be looking at in this game, if Monte Morris plays, I'd be interested in some Monte Morris props. And you've got to look at someone else to pick up the scoring load with Jokic being out for Denver. You would think that's going to fall on Will Barton's shoulders and Jeff Green potentially. So maybe you could look at their props as well. I think it's going to have to be those 3 guys, Morris, Barton, and Jeff Green. Maybe some points props for those guys because someone's got to pick it up offensively with no Joker on the floor tonight. Skee, what do you think here? Indiana, Denver.
That won't take up too much time, but it just seems like one of those games where the star player goes out and they rally for a game. He's only suspended 1 game. He'll be back the next game. They're going to show we can still get it done. That's just kind of how I feel. The Pacers should win. Seems like the easy play, but, no LeVert, Brogdon game time decision. They play again tomorrow, I can see Denver pulling it out.
Yeah, I do. I think Indiana should win. I kind of want to lay the points, but I feel that same way. That's why I'm going to stay off. Dutch, what about you?
Yeah, with this game, man, I don't know. I can't bet Denver here at home without their their 3 best players aren't playing. I'm not relying on fucking Aaron Gordon. I agree. Will Barton, Jeff Green could give you some minutes, but give you some points, maybe load up the stat sheet a little bit. But the Pacers have been playing good ball, man. 4-0 last 4 ATS. They're 5-1 ATS in the last 6 versus the Western Conference. They actually step up against better competition. 8-1 ATS in the last 9 versus a team with a 50% winning percentage or more. So I like the Pacers here. I really do. I think they're going to knock the motherfucking guys while they're down. Take advantage of the big guys being gone. No Joker being there. I just think I do. And honestly, the Nuggets weren't playing great basketball. They did surprise me against Miami and were playing a great game from start to finish. They punked Miami and at the house, they're 2-3 ATS at home on the season, 4-6 ATS, overall. and 4-10 ATS in the last 14. So this hasn't been a team that if we backed, we've been profitable. And now you're telling me they got no Joker, no Michael Porter Jr., and obviously no Murray out there, but Monte Morris is going to play banged up. You're going to tell me that Aaron Gordon and these guys, I look for Miles Turner to continue what he's doing, points and rebounds. I look for Sabonis to have a big game. Brogdon will be out there to control the ship. They got McConnell off the bench. I just think Indiana's going to show that they're going to be the better team tonight without Joker on the floor.
All right, Wham.
Yeah, I didn't make an actual play on this game or anything, so this is a backwood for me. But I would look towards Sabonis though. Sabonis should eat.
All right, next up we got Minnesota Golden State Warriors, 7.5-point home favorites, 222.5 the total in this one. I'm on over the total in this game. Golden State's gone over 2 straight. Minnesota, of course, that crazy collapse against Memphis, and last year 3 meetings head-to-head, T-Wolves and Warriors. We had 238, we had 234, and we had 240 in terms of points scored in those 3 games head-to-head, Warriors and Timberwolves last year. I think we go over the total here as well. Lean Minnesota. It's a kind of a flat spot for Minnesota, especially after Curry's epic night the other night against the Atlanta Hawks. I could see this being a little bit of a flat spot for Golden State. So I'm a little bit gun shy of coming back to the well with the Timberwolves here, but I lean that way, but I like the over as well. What do you think here, Skee Profit, with Minnesota Golden State?
I think Golden State is legit, like I always say, the way they play and how they defend. They look really solid this year, but it's their 3rd game in 4 nights. And I just think I don't want to bet that versus a team that's fairly rested. Like, they got D'Lo back. That's who they desperately needed. I know they haven't been covering. They haven't been looking great, but they had 1 day rest before this game. Before that last game, they had 2 days rest versus Golden State. So Minnesota's played once in the last 4 days, Golden State 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be Minnesota plus or nothing for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel. I mean, I'm so pissed off with Minnesota for what they did the other night against Memphis, but I feel they're the spot here in this one, or that's the way I'd have to bet it from a side perspective. Dutch, what about you?
Yeah, our guy Lucky Power says 2016 Warriors. Calm the fuck down, bro. Calm down, man. I don't even think they really beat anybody yet, But I like we touched on in our pre-shows that I did expect the Warriors, to have a big season, and I do think Steph Curry, along with KD, is definitely, MVP, candidate big time for sure. And he continued to do that, but I don't really like him tonight. As this is honestly going to be a backwood for me, but I would look under. On Curry's points. They got Patrick Beverly will be out there to harass his little ass. And, I would look under 32.5, but I'm not going to touch this game. There's no need to be honest with you. It's a motherfucking backwood big show. Yeah, man. Well, it's the big show.
Great point in the chat there. Third quarter, man. Golden State might be a good bet because they've been good in the 3rd quarter this year. Wham, what about you in this game?
Man, did they blow the fuck up in the 3rd quarter last time? They were down so much and then they just blew up, man. That may be a good play, but it's 2 teams that's going opposite directions, man. This team just lost, 6 of the last 7 games in the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we're going to go up against a team that's won 5 straight? No, I'm not doing that, bro. It's a backwood. Light that shit up, Big Show. Light that shit up. I ain't going against that.
All right, we got the final game, Miami Heat, LA Lakers. Miami 5-point road favorites, 216 the total in this. I'm about to upset a bunch of Laker fans that are with me here on this show, but you know who I'm on in this game. I want the elite team. I want the Miami Heat off a bad game, off an embarrassing loss. They always bring their best in that spot. Look what they've done already this year. Lose to Indiana in overtime, crush the Magic next time out. Terrible loss against Boston. I still don't know what they were doing last week when they lost to the Celtics at home. But they bounced back strong. Good Utah team, beat them at home in their next game. This is the spot I like Miami in. A humbling loss to Denver. Spoelstra and Butler, and you read everything they said after the game. They weren't happy. Now, there are some concerns. We've got some injury issues. PJ Tucker, questionable. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo appearing on the injury report, but it looks like both of those guys are going to play tonight for the Heat. And I just don't trust the Lakers against a really quality team right now. I just don't. It's tough. A tough slug. They barely almost lost to Charlotte the other night. I know you're getting 5 with them as home dogs, but not for me. I like Miami here. What do you think here, Skee, Heat, Lakers?
I'm gonna can I go last? Because I'll see how much time we got left.
All right, good stuff. Dutch, what do you like here? Heat Lakers.
Oh man, he needs help, bro. He needs help. Oh, Lakers, bro, they're auto motherfucking fade. You already know. I'm gonna wait though, cause the delusional money like Skee gonna come in. The fan, the fanboy in him gonna come in. I'm gonna get a better number on the Heat. Now, like I said, the Lakers burn fucking money. They're auto fade all season. 3-8 ATS. 2-6 ATS at the house. It's not even in La La Land. They sleep in their own fucking beds. Got all this shit. Still can't come to work and handle business. I mean, Carmelo's been playing fucking all-star level back in New York days, damn near. And you know what I mean. And you guys you expect that to continue? I don't know. I hope it does, but I'm just saying that's just not going to continue. And then of course we look at the Heat. We know Ian touched on it. Coming off that ass whooping, they got punked. Got the little punk in the back, the bullshit, all this. The boys are riled up. You riled up Lowry, riled up, Jimmy Butler. Bam and Hero are questionable, but I believe I seen in a tweet that they're both. Sports said they're both gonna play. So as long as them motherfuckers is out there, and they got Butler and Lowry, I think we'll be solid. He's 6-2 ATS in their last 8, 4-1 ATS in their last 5 versus the Western Conference, and they're 5-2 ATS in their last 7 meetings. Without LBJ on this court, I'm telling you, this is a clear Heat spot. I would still like this game if LBJ was out there. I don't know if I'd be laying 4 or 5, but the Heat will handle business off a loss. Lakers auto fade right now, man. Till they figure this shit out, auto fade.
Yeah, 6-2 ATS off a loss, Miami. So this is their spot. They're always good off a bad game, and I think they will be too.
And it wasn't just a normal loss, to be honest.
You got freaking Austin Reeves for the Lakers shooting balls with 2 minutes to go.
I'm like, this guy's on the court.
He's questionable today.
They run plays for that motherfucker, man. Come on, here goes here. He's the next Caruso. This motherfucker's all world. Here we go.
All right, Wham, what do you like?
Yes, he's better than Caruso, bro. Settle down, Dad. Settle down.
Already?
No, he's better. He's better than it. Defensively, he's not there yet, but as far as like offensively, he's way better. Austin Reeves, though, he's questionable. He's questionable today, man. He might not even play, bro. But as far as those guys being announced, man, that was really my only argument that those guys were out for the Lakers, man. Honestly, other than that, they have been playing and they have been rebounding the ball. I think they're averaging about 60 rebounds over the last three games. So they've been rebounding the ball pretty well, the Lakers have, and it's not been that good for Miami. That's the only other argument I could give for the Lakers, bro. I'm on Miami, bro. I took Miami at 4.5. Line is moving with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling at a good spot now. Like I told my friends, bro, I'll get the Lakers later. I think the Lakers are going to get even more money on Miami. You currently get the Lakers like 6, 7, maybe live at 8. Just chill. You can get the Lakers at a good number. They might make it a show, but they're going to cover the 4.5, bro.
All right, Skee, your chance for a rebuttal.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I've been doing pretty solid on these Laker games. I only lost like 2, I think, and they done played like 11.
Yeah, you scary ass took the money line first half. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That shit cash. I had the half point. You cashed that for me, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh.
Hey, this is what I'm gonna say. I said this last time. When everybody don't like the Lakers, when everybody's going left, I'm going right. I look at Miami. Dutch, if you like Miami, you better bet them right now. Because once Bam is in, once they put Hero in, the number is going to get up higher. And that's when I'm going to jump in and take the Lakers. Because I think Anthony Davis is going to play. And I really want to know if Rondo's going to play. That's who I care about. If Rondo's in, he had everybody hooping. I expect him to do the same thing again in this one. And if he's out, I'll let y'all have this game with Miami. But
Rondo's the deciding factor.
Nah, Rondo did play really well.
2010?
When Rondo came in the game last game, Lakers immediately 10-0 run. As soon as Rondo got ejected, the other team
the ball is not. Yeah, exactly, because the ball is not getting turned over.
All I'm saying, you got Reeves, Avery Bradley out there, crunch time. I'm like, man, this auto.
And we don't even have our guys back, bro. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. This right now.
Miami 1-2 against the spread as a road favorite. Hey, you can take Miami all you want. I'm gonna let y'all bet it up all y'all want, and let it touch 6.5. Let it touch something like that. I'll be right there on the Lakers.
There we go. We got net profit with college basketball with Connor Mack and Maxwell Smart coming up. Great stuff with the crew. Hit the like button, 274 live viewers, and stick around for college basketball right after us. We'll get to best bets, freshest look in just a second. Manscaped and Manscaped Southtown 101. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Southtown 101. Manscaped promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, 20% off with promo code PubSports. And MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. Great time of year. All sports converging at once. Sign up for an account. MyBookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, it's best bet time. Dutch, we'll start with you. Freshest look for Wednesday.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. We're going to AZ. We're going to burn the motherfucking Blazers start to finish. -5, easy. The Blazers not covered on the road all fucking year. Will not happen tonight. Phoenix Suns -5. Yeah, man.
Phoenix Suns -5 against Portland. Freshest look for Dutch. Wham. Best bet.
Best bet. I'm going to Detroit, man. They won 8 of the last 10 meetings against this Houston team. I think they're going to win today. Take Detroit money line +130, +140.
Detroit +140, money line against Houston. Best bet for Wham. Skee Profit, best bet.
Damn, not only did he want to talk about the game, it was the best bet. My best bet for today, I'm going to go with the Grizzlies first half, -2.5.
All right.
Why not the Lakers?
Grizzlies first half.
Y'all got to bet it up first.
Against the Charlotte Hornets. Best bet for Skee Profit. My best bet for this card, I'm going to roll with, I'm going to go with in this one, let's see here. I'm going to go OKC, one of the ugly games of the night, +5 against New Orleans. But I'm going to take it because I just don't buy the Pelicans laying 5 to anybody right now. Oklahoma City +5 against New Orleans. That is going to be my best bet. Thunder playing some better basketball of late as well. Great stuff. That'll wrap it up. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Just click over to the other YouTube link. We've got Connor Mack, Maxwell Smart, Net Profit, college basketball, getting you ready for the Wednesday night college hoops card. Stay tuned for that coming up next right here on Pub Sports Radio. For Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow on Thursday for the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat, the real ones. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not, and share the video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.